Good morning, sir.
Hi, Dway. Good morning.
Morning, sir.
Good morning, Pradyumna, Shivresi, Aditya, Rohit, Dhanush, Sean. Good morning to all of you, Aditya. Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah. Good morning, Rohit.
Good
Rohit,
morning.
I still owe you the country list, right? So I'll talk to you later, okay? After the class.
Even I
Okay, sure.
asked for the country list
What is
last
that, Advay?
last week.
Advay?
Even I asked the country list how to get it.
Okay, so there are multiple ways. Okay, there are multiple ways. Rohit, for you also, let me give you some 1 minute of information on the country list. So usually, right?
Okay,
Usually
sure.
for country list, what we do is we'll write the backend code. Backend code is nothing but in Java or the other technology. What we do is we have a package there, so which will retrieve all the country list automatically, and then we'll put it in a array or in a JSON format and send it to the UI. Then JavaScript will handle the country list. That is one way. Okay. The second way is like you already have the country list, right? Put everything in one array and then display it in HTML using JavaScript. That is another way. It is like hard coded. So you have all the list of the countries in the web page already. So you just have to make use of the country list wherever you want. So I'll show you the both ways means the first way like getting the country list from the from Java, or if you are using advanced frameworks, right, like React JS or Angular JS using the Node JS, right? We have there are some couple of packages that we can download the country list automatically. We just have to give npm and then component name, so it will retrieve the country list automatically. We just have to make use of the country list.
Oh,
So I'll give you some information on that later. Okay.
okay,
So
sure.
you want only the list of countries.
Yeah, just for an example, yeah.
Okay, I'll send you that part after the class then. Okay.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Vibo is also waiting 1 second. Yeah, fine. Let's see today's class. What's there for today? And from today onwards, I want to move little bit fast. Okay, we are in second level now, right? So first level is over. Second level is almost to the end. So let's see what is there for today. I think we have everyone here. I'm going to share my screen. Yeah, this is the slides. So we are in 16th lesson already. So we are very few classes left for us. So that's why I wanted to move little bit fast so that you'll get lot of information to try on your own. Okay. Yes. See, some tags which we haven't used it, but these are some of the sometimes all these tags are very important. So let's see, like some business requirements, how you solve the using some of the things. Like we have access keys. Access keys is nothing but shortcut keys. If you have a requirement of providing shortcut keys for you, right? So what you can do is you can make use of access keys. I'll show you how. And then section tag. Section tag is like currently you are dividing using the horizontal, right? So horizontal rule tag. So what we do is let's try to categorize using the section tag. I'll show you that part. And canvas is like it is for graphics only. So we'll take this one as the least preference. Okay, we'll just move explain it later after the important tags. So a meta tag is important. DAV span are also important. And then after this, right, the another important is the HTML events. So there are many HTML events that the HTML is providing. So I'm going to give you a highlight of it so that you can try many of the things on your own. Okay. Now let's see how to, yeah, let's go to access keys. What is access keys? So what does it do? Access key, let's take an example.
So by typing the J, you go to java.html.
Right. Let me open. Yeah, you are right, Shivresi. So shortcut keys, like, if you see, this is an editor, right? So I can use, you see here, I can use Alt and then F. So you see the small underscore here, just below the characters, right?
Yeah, so if you press that button, then you
Yeah.
will
So you
redirect.
have to use Alt and then that key. When you press, see, when if it is normal, you don't see anything. Just press Alt. Okay. Just press Alt. You would be seeing the underlined text. Okay. You see, I'm pressing Alt now. Okay. I'm pressing Alt. So when I press Alt, you can see underline, right? For the menu items. So Alt and then underlined letter, you have to press together. Then it triggers that event. So like Alt F and then Alt yes. Okay. And then Alt V. Okay. Alt T. So what is that? Alt T, right? Alt T. Like this. So this is like, example of shortcut keys. So I need not use my mouse to go to the menu items. I can just use the keyboard shortcuts to go to the respective menu. Okay. This is for making the user things easier. Like every time I need not hold keyboard and mouse together and then go perform some action. So if I'm comfortable at keyboard, just provide some basic access keys just to make the program easy. Okay, just to make the user tasks easy. So whichever field he wants to go, he can go. Let's see in action. Okay, how we can do that. So I'm going to, yeah, session 1. This is class 15, right? I'm going to take a reference of class 15 and then I'll make a copy of it. Okay, copy of it and rename this class to class 16. Okay, now I got the class 16, which is similar to class 15. So I'm going to add it in the all lessons in the dashboard. Okay, so that it will be at one place reference. Control C, Control V, and I'm going to make it as 16, 16, 16, and here 16. Okay, I'm going to save this. Where is, okay, I haven't opened it, so let's open this here. Okay, I'm going to open this. Let's see my local server is running or not, because I restarted the system yesterday. See, my server is not running. So some of you, when you see this page is not getting displayed, what you have to do?
Start
Anybody?
the server.
Kill the program and start it again.
Perfect. So who was that? Shuresh, is that you?
Yes.
Okay, good. So some of you are still asking, like, so what I should do now? So what I should do? So the thing is, this your server is not started. That's why you are seeing this page. So what you have to do is, I gave you
If
all
it
a script,
takes
right?
too long to respond, if it takes too long to respond, it would show that this site can't be reached.
Yeah, correct. That's also there. That is because of network issues or some some other issues actually. Yeah. So this may happen, right? So the first thing that we do is, like, restart the server. See, I have written a script here, nginx.bat, so which will restart my server. I just click that. So the process is not found. You see, if the process is not found means the nginx server is not running. Now I triggered it, so it's running now. So let's just go here and refresh. Simple, right? Now it's working. So I want you all to be comfortable like this. So whenever you see the page not found, immediately you have to get an idea what could be the problem. So I suspected, like, yesterday I restarted my system, right? After restarting, the server would be stopped and then nobody there to start it again, right? So when I started my laptop, I felt like I need to start it. So I started it again. Okay.
Yesterday, I managed to access my server from my iPad, like
Okay.
using the IP address.
Oh, okay. So what happened?
So I put the IP address, then I put the port number, then
Okay.
the all lessons,
Mm-hmm.
and then it worked.
So it worked, right?
Yeah.
That's very cool to listen, Shivresi. And you are trying new things. I really appreciate you. So like this, you have many thoughts actually. You can try from your side. Sometimes what happens is some devices it will not allow because of security reason, right? So they will not allow to access particular things. So you have to enable the port or firewall connection and all. So good, Shivresi. Good to hear that actually. You tried on iPad. So maybe others also you try from your side also. So whether you are able to access it or not on your iPad. The same website. You just have to give instead of local host, you just have to give your IP address. The wireless. If you are using wireless network, right? So use the wireless network IP address or the you say it like it is like a public within that network, public IP within that network. So you have to make use of that IP address and then this part remains same. Okay, this part remains same. Just use this one. Then you can you'll be you'll be happy. You are happy, right? Shurisi, when you see the code on your iPad.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what happens. You feel excited when you see your code on iPad. So try this on by yourselves. Okay. Now let's see class 16, right? So I'm going to click on class 16. Yeah, this is what happening, right? So when I'm in see here, I'm in first name now. So what I want is I want to go to the country, select your country list directly. So I don't have any option to go to the country list. So what I can do is access keys. So access keys helps us. Let's see how access keys help. Okay, I'm going to the slide first. Read out this statement. Access key attribute specifies a shortcut key. Okay, so user can use this shortcut key to reach that element. So let's see an example. If there is an hyperlink, right? You just give it as access key is equal to within double quotes. You give the character which you want to or you want user to press. So this can be any character. Okay. So let's see in action. Okay,
Can
how
you put two characters?
two characters I doubt actually. So but I'm also not sure. We can try. Okay.
Okay.
I'm also not sure. We can try. So yeah, let's see in the code. Okay, 15. Okay, not needed. 16. Fine. So let's. Okay, I'm going to. Yeah. So yesterday we added different styles here, right? Body H3 legend. So I will be adding some more styles here to show you to make you learn about the CSS part also. The style the JavaScript part also I'm going to add many. So before that, let me add the access keys first. So access key. So you see here there is an access key attribute. Okay, for all input fields, right? You just have to make use of access key. And then what is this about? This is about the text box, right? So you just have to press. So just press N. Okay, first name, right? So F. Let's make F. So when you press F, so we may have to see like browsers control browsers F false F and then our F should not be a problem. Okay, let's try actually. Let's try one thing.
What if you had a shift and F at the same time?
What is that?
Like because it will become capital F. Is it
Okay.
case sensitive?
Yeah, that's a good question. We will see it. Okay, I'm also not sure. So let see. Where is my focus now? In about me, right in the text area. So suddenly I felt like there is a spell mistake in you see here in the. So there is a spell mistake there. So I want to. I'm in the about me section. So I want to go to that first name. So I'll just use Alt and then F. You see, Alt F it triggered the browser's default one. So we have to change the key, access key. So let's make A. I'll just give an A. Okay. Okay. Now. Okay, I'm here and then I'm pressing Alt and then A. So it directly goes there. You see, when I'm in this one calendar, right? So now I'm in calendar component. I'm pressing Alt and A. It directly goes there. So it gives ease of access to the user. So wherever he wants to go. So this is A. I'm going to give last name as B. Let's take this as same and then I'm going to give it as B. So let's try, okay, what Shivres is told, right? So let's try capital B here. Okay. So go to this section and then, so I missed out typing H in the last name. So I'm going to press Alt key and then B. So Alt B, it's not working. Let's try Alt, Shift and B. Still it's not working. So
try switching on caps, then try Alt P.
okay, see here. No, it's not working.
Refresh.
No, refresh is not the right option actually. So let's make it small b. Okay, let's make it small b. It should work whenever we give small case. I'm going to refresh the page. So this is where's my corrected? This is TEC. So I'm in the text area now. I'm going to press Alt and B. So when I press Alt B, it directly goes there. So it's not supporting, but I'll try, I'll try to see like, what, how to enable the shift and control key in the shortcut keys. Okay. So I just wanted to give you this idea of like, making user tasks easy instead of using two devices like, keyboard and mouse. These are two devices, right? Some people are comfortable, after certain number of years because they become experts in typing on keyboard. So they don't want to use mouse at all. So what they do is using the keyboard only. They'll just go top to bottom and then try to do all the operations. Okay, so for people
me,
like
the access key doesn't work.
no, it should work. It should work actually. You need to try actually. See what exactly I did. So just provide access key is equal to within double quotes give a small letter. Okay. So other things I will tell actually like, why control and shift is not working. I have to investigate and then I'll let you know. Okay. Fine. This is about the access key. Okay. So where is this?
I typed the access key in not in capital, in small, in D, and is opening bookmark.
Yeah, that's what, it should not be like, conflicting with your browser options. So browser also have its own shortcut key because this is a tool, right? So what they do is like, they provide their own shortcuts. So the precedence will matter. So you are in this page actually. So whenever you are typing some shortcut keys here, so the precedence will goes to the browser tool. Okay, browser may already have the shortcut keys defined. So whenever user presses any key, they will take the control first. So instead of rendering it in the browser, our own page. Okay, you should avoid those things. So
But then I put A, then it doesn't work.
okay,
I put the small letter A, then it doesn't work.
it should work actually. Otherwise, you change the letters. Okay, change the letter to A to Z. You try. So anything may work, and then we will see like what could be the problem. Mostly, right? It might be conflicting with other keys. Okay, try that So let's try this one also. We haven't tried giving 2 letters, right? So let's try and see. So what I do here is I type here Alt B C. No, it's not going. Yeah, two
Two
letters.
letter doesn't work. I
Yeah,
tried it from
yeah,
myself.
yeah. This part I will tell you. Okay, I'll see. Like I haven't. So these are the creative questions. Whenever you ask questions, right? So sometimes what happens is I need to go and find, and then I give you the correct answers. Okay, give me some time about this. I'll find it and then I'll let you know. Okay. Yeah. So this is about the access keys, and let's get into the slide. Okay. So you can give access key for hyperlinks also like this. So I gave it to the input fields, right? So hyperlinks also you can give if you want user to directly move to that place. You can give
I
like this.
tried the hyperlink.
Yeah. So is it working there?
With hyperlink, I tried with hyperlink, but it never worked.
No. Yeah. You try for input field. Give Z. Try to give Z as the access key.
Okay.
Okay. Yes. Now let's go to the section element. Okay. Section element is something like if you are writing an article, right? So if you are a blogger, so we want to divide different sections. So in earlier case, what we did is like we started using HR tag, right? You see here, if you see in the code, we started using HR tag. So HR tag is like the separator. So this is one section, this is another section, like this, right? So instead of this, so along with this, yeah, not instead of this, along with this, if yours is a static, okay, static page, static website. So what happens is here you can, let's take an example of body. Okay. So what happens is I want to give some description to the website before showing up anything. So what I do is, you see here, I have to define a section in the document. So first you have to define a section. Section is like logical way of separation of a section. So it is not visible to the user. Okay, it is not visible to the user. You just have to use section tag. Okay, you just have to use section tag.
It
Then it becomes a particular section. So here this is the form, right? This is the form, right? So here also you can give one more section saying that this is a form. I give an ID is equal to, okay, this is like body. This is like layout structure. You are trying to give a layout structure. Just go back until paragraph tag where you have your paragraph tag. Okay, here is the paragraph tag ended. Give it here. Now this part you just correct the indentation. Okay, select everything and then push it one indentation forward. Okay, now this is like body form, and I'm going to give this ID is equal to, so here I mention it as header. So I want to give a header to my,
there are two section tags
yeah,
in
correct.
one
You can
place.
yeah, you can give any number of sections. It's like I'm actually differentiating this section and this section, another section. Okay, so usually it doesn't render anything. Okay, it does not render anything. You just have to give an ID for this. Okay, this is like body description. I'm going to describe some content. What is this about? So in section, what we usually follow is, let's read out some statements here. Okay, defines a section in a document. So some section, if you want to, there are two different sections, right? You can just add a section tag. It is for the developers actually to make the code readable. Okay, logical separation only. It doesn't do much. But what we do is like, we usually specify h1 tag to mention what is this details about. Okay, you see an example here. We give id is equal to head part. So this is like head part, and then we are talking about the head details about the head here. And if you are talking about the body, you add one more section and then add body part. And then next add one more section. You talk about footer, just mention one more section there. Same like this, okay. Let's go back here. Yeah, here. So this is like, body description. So body description, and let's add a h1. Okay, h1, and then here h1 ending tag. Okay, so this is about your description. And then what is the description? You just have to add it inside paragraph tag. Okay, write your description here. Okay, now this is about the form, right? So form also, you just have a h3 tag already, so I need not give anything. So here the description here is like the form tag. So you see here, I'm going to save this. Let's go and refresh this page. Okay, you see, this is like the description. So an example of this is like, sometimes what happens is like, you are giving a form. Assume that this is a form, you are giving it to your customers, and your customers need to know what is this about, right? So how will they come to know? So you have to give some description, like, I'll show a right use case, application, or you can do registration of website building course. Okay, so this is the registration of website building course. This course is about HTML, JavaScript, and CSS. This course is about building a website using HTML, CSS, JavaScript, okay, to understand the programming. So just an example, I'm giving some default text. So now you see here. So as soon as I come to the website, I'll come to know, oh, okay, this is registration of the website, website building course. Okay, what are the details? You can go and check these details. And then what I need to do, please fill, to register, please fill the form. Okay, to register, please fill the below form. Okay, it gives like this. Now you see we don't have a line here, line break, right? So I'm going to give a line break so that it appears in the next line. So here, to register, please fill the below form. So user will easily understand, okay, I need to fill up this form. So he will fill up this form and then click on submit. So the details are captured at the server. So this is one section, like, this is description section, like, what is this description about this form? And here this form is about the capturing the details. Okay. And then, if you want to add one more section,
But
right?
where are the details actually stored? Do the details actually get stored somewhere?
No, the details are to be handled at the server side. So when the details are submitted, right? So we have to handle that code. So I'm going to.
So how do you save the details?
Yeah, that part, we need to make use of the backend service, or, in the plain HTML, CSS, JavaScript, right? That part is little bit difficult to, try, but I'll show you a way of doing that in the last classes. Okay. Now try to just focus on the design part and then handling the logic only. Okay, so this is basic actually. Once you are comfortable with building the code and then design and then building the logic using the JavaScript and HTML events, then we'll jump into the data handling part. So data handling part is a huge subject. Okay, so I'll give you highlights of that also in the last few classes. So now description is also done. So I want to give some details about the trainer. So I'll give the details about trainer in the another section here. Okay, who is our trainer? So here this section, okay, this section is for mentioning the details about our trainer and his experience. So now you see, so this is another section where I'm going to explain about the trainer. So now you understand the difference between, I have added 3 sections here. One is trainer details here. So this part gives the trainer details and this part gives the registration form details, and this section gives the details about what is this page about, okay, what is the form about. So now you got 3 different sections, so you can make use of this section. Okay, now I don't want to give what is that, I want to give a special different style for this, because the font you see here, I'm going to refresh this, let's see. You see this font is not nice for this trainer. I want to give a different font. I want to give a different font for this section, right? What you need to do?
Font family.
Right, you need to go to the section and then write font family. I want to give a Vardhana, Tahoma or something, some other font. So now I give a style here, right? So let's see whether it works or not. Okay, I'm going to refresh this. Yes, the font is applied. Now, yesterday we learned the new thing, right? We are adding styles, all styles at one place, right? So here I don't want to mix my code, the tags, markup tags and the styles here. So what I do, I'm going to cut this one. See, I'm going to cut this, remove the style, whole style. Okay, I'm going to remove the whole style. And where I have to write the style, common style,
In
so
the
I have
head.
to write it in the head part, right? So I'll go here and then write, this is a section tag, right? So give section and then give a space, open brace, and then close brace. Inside that you add a style property. Now save it, okay? Now save it and then go back here. You see all the sections have changed, the font has changed for first section, second section, and third section also. But there is a but here. I don't want to change the form for this one. The form font is there, right? This is the font, right? I want to use the same one, previous one only, but it's getting changed here, right? So how to have a different style for different section? So here you are learning about the styles also. You see, now I added a style here, right? So this style is for section. So what I want is I'll give an ID. So this is an ID, right? So I'll just copy this body description. Okay, body description. Go to this, instead of section, you paste the ID and try to give hash. So let's see if it works for only one. You see, you see here what I did. I'm going to explain it again.
It went for the whole thing.
Yeah, okay, let's move back, and then I'm removing the.
When should we use the hashtag?
Yeah, right. That's what my question is also. See here, I have how many sections here? This is section 1 and this is section 2 and there is another section 3 here, right? So I want 3 different fonts for this one, and this section. 3 different styles I want. So what will I do? I will make use of the ID instead
The
of
ID
section.
of the
Right.
section.
Right. I will make use of the ID instead of section. Okay, because section applies to all sections in the document, right? I don't want to apply the style to all the sections. So what I do is, so I'll keep section tag also separately so that the default one will be this, and then you can add an ID here. Okay, ID is this one. Give a space, open bracket, close bracket, and then give a
If it
style
is coming
property.
in black color, we should put in hashtag.
No, it's not like that. Don't go with colors. Okay, don't go with colors. This is an ID. Whenever you add an ID value, right? ID value, then you have to go with hash. Okay, so this is an ID, right? ID in the ID of an element in the document, right? Only for that element you are going to apply this style. So I will change this to from Vardhana to, okay, I'll remove this one first. Where is sans serif? Yeah, I'll give Lucida some other. Okay, I'm going to give one more. So what happens is this font will be applied to only the the element that is with the ID body description. So where is the body description mentioned? Body description is here. So only for this section, what is going to happen is it will apply this font. Whereas remaining sections and all, it will take this font. Okay, let's see here.
For
Okay,
the for all sections except the body description, ev- ev- the all the sections will have the same font
right.
except the body description.
Body is like monospace. You see, body we gave it as monospace. Yeah, here. Okay, we did press enter here. I'm going to
No,
press.
the body description with
Oh
the
yeah, the ID,
hashtag.
right? You are telling about the
Yeah.
ID, right? This ID.
Yes.
So the style will be applied only to this body description here. Okay. Now let's give one more style to this section so that you will easily understand. I'm going to give background. Okay, background color. I'm going to give a background color. So I'll give some color here so that you'll understand here. You see now. So whatever ID value is there, the style has applied only to that particular section. So the section is with this body description, right? So for this body description is an ID. So if it is an ID, you have to mention using hash. Okay, note this one down. Whenever you want to apply styles, you have to make use of ID. Okay, for that ID. So there is another way. There is one more way. Okay, so remaining section and all, I'm going to remove this. Okay, I'm going to remove this and want the default behavior of body, whatever body font is there, right? So the same font I want to have. What I do is I will, okay, here let's add another, instead of this style, let's add background color only here. So I will add conceal. Let's see here. So this is one section, this is another section, and footer is also another section. Okay, 3 things. So now you see the section I gave a background color. So these two are 2 different sections without ID, right? So that's why the style applies to both. Now I want to give a different style for this, different style for this. So what I need to do, Tell me what I need to do. I want to give different style for footer part and the registration form part.
First, you need to write the ID, then copy it. Then you need to also write the hashtag.
Right. That is the one which I just said now for the section 1, right? Now I will do one more trick here. Okay, these are all CSS tricks. I am going to take the footer part now. I'm going to take the footer section. In ID is there. So I don't want to make use of ID here. So what I do is I will give class. What is this? I'm going to give a class attribute. So inside this class attribute, I am going to give trainer CSS, or trainer. Just give trainer style.
I have a doubt.
Okay.
In who is our trainer, and the last section is uh, is in the bottom part, but it is getting applied to the one which is on the top.
No, because we haven't mentioned anything, right? So this is the section. This is the
No,
section, right?
but the body trainer is goes to the who is our trainer part.
Repeat again.
The
Yeah, body.
who,
Yeah, correct. Body trainer is for the trainer only, right? Okay, I'll mention it like this. Trainer details here. Okay. Is it okay now?
yeah.
I'm going to give the trainer details here. Okay, look here. I'm going to refresh this page. Now, it's not taking effect. What we did, I'm telling you one more way of adding a style to another section. So what we did, we added a class attribute. So, and then class attribute, we gave a style as trainer style. So I'm going to copy this text. Copy this text. Go to the styles part. Go to the styles part. Where is this style? Yeah, styles tag is here. And then you see here, I'm going to add the CSS style here. Okay, so this is CSS class. I'm going to add open bracket, close bracket, and give a different background. Okay, I'm going to different background color, dark cyan. Okay, I'll give dark cyan. But what is this called? What is this?
Class.
It is a class, right? The value of the class. So when you specify the style using value of the class, what you have to do is you have to mention with dot. Okay, remember this. For ID, what you will mention? Mention with hash if you want.
Hashtag.
Yeah. So hash is applied only for the elements with the ID. Okay, only for IDs you'll mention with hash, and for dots is for the class attributes. Okay, let's save this and then refresh this. You see here the style applied because we are using class here. We are using an element here for this section element, and in this case we are using an ID. Okay. So what you can do is like this is let me add a content here. So here I'm going to add H3. Okay, H3. It says note. This background color is applied using ID. Okay, using IDs, using ID value for style. So this for you only. Okay, this is for developers only like us. I'm going to copy this and then here. So here also I'm going to add a line saying like this background color is applied using the element name only. So this element name. Okay, now I'm going to copy the same again, go down.
Sir, I cannot hear you because of the jet plane.
Okay, yeah, 1 second. So this is common in Singapore, right? So here, now is it okay?
Yeah.
Okay, I just came near to my laptop. Yeah, now what I do is this background color is applied using the class attribute of the element. Okay, now you see here, you'll easily make it out. Like, this background color is applied using ID value of, okay, element ID. So let me mention that as element ID using. So whenever I specify element, right, it means like, HTML element only. Okay. I'm going to save this and then let's see here. So what happened is this style, this background color, the color is there, right? The green. So it is applied using the ID. Okay. And this color is using element name. Okay. It's not element name, the element itself using the element.
Why is the color different in the note?
What is that?
You see
Okay. The note, right?
Yeah.
The note color you see here. So there is already an existing class, existing style, which might be, you see here, what is this color? H3. So we already have H3 with different, H3 mentioning with different color already.
So is there any program that we can override?
Yeah, you can override if you want to change the color, right? So again, you make use of H3, right? You give an ID for this. Okay, let's try this for second one. Okay, for this, I have an ID, and then this is for developer note. Okay, I'm going to give developer note ID. Copy this. Go to this area, and then here, what is this? What is this? What is this dev note? It's an ID, right? So if it is an ID, you have to mention with hash, right? So now you go with color. I'm going to change the color to which color you select? Dark magenta. Okay, I'm going to give dark magenta. Save it, and then refresh this. You see this color changed. It became dark magenta now. So only for this. If you want to change only for this, it will be in different color. Now you see if you want to change this color. So what you can do, you go here, go to the footer section, and here for this note, right, you give class. So here you do is like,
So under class, we should
note.
put another class. We cannot put a ID under the class.
No, you cannot. So it's like, you give any name in the class attribute. Okay, now I'm going to give one more class attribute here, and then I go up, I go here. So this is a class, right? The another H3, I'm going to give one more dev note class.
Dot.
So this is like
Dot.
dot. Perfect. So let's add color for this. Okay, let's add color for this. What color we shall take? Let's try to flora white. Flora white. Let's take flora white. Okay, flora white. I'm going to save this. Go back here. Okay, now you see what color is this? It's the previous one only. I'm going to refresh this. It's getting changed to flora white now. So it applies to only this. Now I want to show you one more thing. See, the styles are getting bigger and bigger, right? So maintaining this HTML page is difficult, right? Because I need to scroll down, add the style, go up, add the style, right? So what I do is I'm going to I'm going to,
You can copy the whole style and use another one.
see, I'm going to remove this style at all. So from this page, there is no style. So, but I want the styles, right? So what I do is here in the session one, I'm going to create a new folder. So that folder says CSS. The name of the folder should be CSS. And inside CSS, I'm going to add a new file, which is styles.css. Okay,
If it is a JavaScript, you need to add the extension .jav.
no. You don't assume anything. Okay, Ajay, just wait for my explanations. Okay, don't assume. Try something. It goes with JS, not JAV. Okay.
I tried with JAV.
No, JAV is wrong. It should not be. Okay. So let's give. So your styles, right? So you just mention it as custom styles dot. You can give custom styles, or you like my style, or just plain styles. Anything is okay. So what name shall we give for the CSS file? Okay. Ilavarthi, what name shall we give for the style sheet? Should you see? Can you give any name for the style sheet?
Styles for HTML.css.
Okay, styles.
For HTML.css.
Okay, styles for HTML. Okay, I'll just mention like this: styles for HTML.css. Okay, you can give any names. Okay, I'll just add all the styles here without any tags. You see, all the styles are here. I'm going to save this file, but how to link this file name with our HTML files?
Do we need to put the anchor tag?
No, you should not put the anchor tag. It is like, you are writing a HTML file. You want all these, tags available to you. It's not like, you have to click styles.css, and then for user, he doesn't need anything, right? To go and then see in this styles for HTML. So this one should be for us only, for programmer. So what program does is it will allow us with
Link.
Yes, link href is equal to
Profile.
/ and then what is that? CSS, right? CSS / styles.css, and then that's it. So you just include a CSS file link here, and your program should work without any.
What is the difference between anchor tag and link tag?
So yeah, here it did not work, you see. So let's see here what exactly is there in our side.
What is the difference between
Yeah,
anchor
see this one is missing. Yeah, relative is equal to style sheet, we have to mention. So that part we missed out in our link. Okay, whenever you give, you have to mention this is relative. So it's like, what is the relation? This is the CSS styles, right? So you have to mention CSS styles like this, and then let's see. So all the styles applies now. See, all the styles applies. So now you see how much code we have reduced here. How many lines of code? 1 line to 35. So 35 lines of code in my HTML file is reduced now, right? Is now reduced. So now let's see the same thing for JavaScript also. We keep on adding the functions like this, right? So for an event, we will be adding one by one, right? Like this, right? So similarly, what we do is we will create a new folder for the JavaScript part.
REL link.
No, No. It's like, I'm going to create a new folder first. So in this folder, what I do is I'm going to create JS. So the folder name is JS. JS means it can hold any number of JavaScript files. So I'll just mention JS. And inside this, I'm going to create a new file. Okay, so this is like, JavaScript, right? So JavaScript means you can give any name. So my script, okay, let's give my scripts.js. Okay, let's give like this, my scripts.js. I'm going to give a file name like this, and the extension of the file is .js. So what I do is I'll go to this class 16, and then I'll take out all the functions from here. Okay, I'm going to take out all the functions from here and then add all the functions in a separate file, myscripts.js.
So in CSS file and JavaScript file, we no need to put script and style.
No need to put, no need. You can directly make use of the functions here and then styles here. Okay. So here you see, so here what happens is this part we don't need it. But
Link.
we need to provide a link here, right? What we do is we will make use of the script only here, script tag only, script. Script, we are not giving link here. It is like, it is a different way. We have to give source here, S or C. So what is the source of this JavaScript? So you have to give single dot / JS folder / myscripts.js, and then that's it. You see here. Okay, you add an ending tag also like this. So my script tag is ready now. So let's go and check in my site.
We should not put anything between those two, uh, lesser than symbol and greater than symbol.
What is that?
Between, in the script you add dot / then in
Okay,
the,
you mean to say here like this?
no, I mean that between this greater and lesser than symbol of the script, should we put anything to define?
Okay, you mean to say inside here, or
No,
here same like this, what we added it here.
when the
Sir, he's asking, like, when the, where your cursor is, do we write anything there like we used to write in the table?
No, we don't need anything. So it's like, starting tag and ending tag, that's it. It's plain starting tag and ending tag. Okay, so now let's see actually, let's see, and what are the functions here? Okay, show and hide password. So let's try. I'm going to save this, and then let's go and refresh here. I'm going to refresh. So I don't know whether it is working or not, right? So what I do, I'm going to click this, show password. So see, the password is showing, hide password, it's getting hide. But have we written it in the HTML file? We don't have any scripts here, right? JavaScript is not here, you see? There is nowhere JavaScript is, but the scripts are inside.
Use the, for example, now we have created some JavaScript functions, right? Can we just use them in the future also for other projects?
Yeah, you can use. You can make use of.
As long as all the functions are here, and you can just choose which function you want.
Which function you want. Yeah, it's just up to you. So like this, if you.
What if a person created like thousands and thousands of functions?
Yeah, you can change. You can create one more function actually. You can create one more file.
Are there like already pre-made functions online that you can just copy?
Yes. Yeah. No, not all the functions. I'll give you an example. What are the most useful functions? Like, you can search online.
When I typed .css and .jav, it's saying that do you want to install the recommendations of CSS in JavaScript?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I
So
mean, class. I'll be here in soon.
okay. Advai, 1 second.
Just for the
So
syntax. You'll get like
Advai,
the special
Advai,
things.
FAV, I don't know why, JAV, I don't know why you are, going behind that actually.
Just give
JAV,
me 5 minutes. I'll be back.
okay,
I'll be joining the class.
okay.
JAV is Java. JS is JavaScript.
No, JAV there is nothing like, JAV. Java is like,
Oh,
dot JAVA is Java, right? So you cannot, don't get confused. Why you are bringing Java in this, in this part? You'll get confused. There is no play for Java here. It's only JavaScript, CSS, and HTML only. Okay. Otherwise, don't get confused. So you are just making use of JS only. Okay, no extension of JAV. Got it? So if you're using JAV, right, that's wrong. You should not use it. Okay, the right way is JS
But
is
it's saying that do you want to install a recommendation of
no,
CSS?
change
no.
it to JS.
Yeah, change the
Of
file.
CSS, not JS.
Yeah, JSS is
CSS.
okay. Like, you are asking it is like, asking the plugins to install on your IDE, right?
You can download it if you want
Yeah.
quick syntax.
If you want, you can download it actually. It's just a plugin, right? So you can install those plugins. So all the plugins you can find it here. You see?
It's for the
Yeah,
IntelliSense.
yeah. Here you can find all the plugins here. Okay. Now you understood the folder structure here. You see? Now I'm going to change this part. So the website, whenever you build a website, so the website will be like this. It will be having a CSS folder. It will be having a images folder. It will be having audios folder. It will be having videos folder. It will be having JS folder. And all these HTMLs are again a big list, right? So what I am going to do is I am going to create one more folder here. Okay, one more folder here. One more folder inside this. Okay, one more folder. I'm going not here, not here. I'm going to create a folder here with HTML. Okay, and what I do here is I will move all the HTMLs, all the HTML files inside that HTML folder. Okay, I'm going to move all the folders inside HTML. Now you see, I'll just give all lessons.html outside. I'll just put only,
But there is code reference.html and then
yeah, this one
empty.html.
empty.html. Yeah, you can, empty is nothing. No, there is nothing actually.
Now you need to change the path of your all lessons, like to
Right, you are
your.
right. Perfect, Shivdesi. Very good. So you see here, there is jelly 1.jpg, right? I'm going to move this one also in images. Okay, I'm going to move it. So all the images are not there. Yeah, this lessons, I think we don't need it, right? So I'm going to remove this part. Okay, and only all lessons. Code reference, I'll just keep it. Okay, this is like, I'm going to give all kinds of, about the lessons in this one. So this for later point, I'm going to still build it. So all lessons. Now, when you have moved all the HTML files into the respective folder, right? So this all lessons will not work. You see here, I'm going to close this. Yeah, here
So
I'm
you
going to
need to
refresh
try
this.
dot and /.
Correct. You are all getting, actually, you see, I'm going to click this, all not found. Everything will be not found, not found, not found. So this is where, like, you are already, your brain is already started thinking. I'm really happy to see that. So where is this class1.html located?
You put it inside. You put HTML.
Why use
Right.
that when you can just use target?
Yeah, you can just use. No, yeah, you can
Target.
use target.
See, this is what I want. Actually, everybody started thinking, right? Very good. Very good. Yeah. Here, let me base, what is this attribute? I forgot actually. href, right? Let's give, let's give. Okay, no,
Then you put
here,
HTML.
here I doubt actually. So let's try HTML. It may work now, but I feel, let's try. I'm going to refresh this. Yeah, no, it's not working. No, it works. Good.
Oh,
If it comes in bright blue, then it should work.
Yeah, you
No,
see here,
it's not how it works.
see
that's
here,
not how it works, Advay.
yeah, it got, this got, it's not working here, and then image is not getting displayed, right?
Because the file location is
Because
wrong.
the images part was not told.
Right. See, you all have to correct this part. Okay, try to correct this part. I'll try it later, and then I'll share you all these lessons so that
I'll
it will
today
Is
be.
will be only.
YouTube a video tag?
What is that?
Is YouTube made up of several video tags?
I didn't get that way.
Is YouTube made of several?
Yeah. No, they use a different concept actually. They say it's from the Google, right? So what they do is like they use the scripts. They use the scripts to dynamically create the video tags.
They use their own video tags. They make it.
Okay.
That's why it looks different.
Yeah, I think yeah. 1 second.
Then we could finish only 2 tags.
No, that's okay because this is part of oh sorry, this is part of the lessons only. I think I'll take 5 minutes more. Okay, so is that okay with all of you? 5 minutes more
Yes.
just to complete
Yes.
whatever we learned so far. Okay,
Yeah.
fine. I'm going to close this one also. Yeah. So what why I diverted, you see the today's content is this, right, section, and then we wanted to learn canvas element, meta tag, but till now we haven't learned about the css part. Css part is like styles and all, right? So that's also very important. Along with this, I as from the beginning of the course I kept on telling like JavaScript, CSS, and HTML. So till now we are focusing more on the HTML part only, like the tags, all the tags. Now we learned most of the tags, so other tags also will look similar only. There is no much difference. Okay, you just need to know what tag is that. So here meta tag will come, section tag will come, div tag will come, span tag will come, but all of them are the use, the way of using is same, but the styles is new thing for you all. So it will take some time to digest because we started adding the different syntax for styles here. You see, legend is like HTML element. So next time what I do is, if I ask you this, you should be able to tell what is this. This is like an element, right? This is a HTML element, H3 element. This is legend element, section element. When I ask you this, what is this? Then what will you say?
This is ID.
Right, you should be able to say that. Okay, now what is this?
Class.
Class. What is this?
ID.
Right.
Class.
So this is very important. When you understand these things, right, then you can write the styles, whatever styles you want to apply to a particular element. So if that element is commonly written, then what you have to make use of, you have to either make use of ID or you can make use of class to apply certain styles to it. So you see one more example here. I'm going to.
So if you move all
See,
the
here also it moved. You see, here also it got changed, right? Because HTML files are located.
So we need to tell the paths for everything. Then only all the everything will come back.
Right, correct. So here styles are all here in the HTML. So you are giving. So this class 16.html is inside the HTML folder, right? So
You can actually right click on the styles for HTML, right? And then you can copy relative path.
Yeah, here actually, that's what. So here it comes, you have to go back to parent. Instead of single dot, I'll just give go back. And then now you see it should work actually. So class 16 will work.
But there's still a JavaScript part, so the buttons won't work.
No, buttons will still work, right? So you see here,
I mean
I'm
the show password and hide password.
oh yeah, correct. You are right. So because
the JavaScript function.
yeah, because it's a JavaScript function, right? So here also you have to give double dots here. Okay, double dots, move out and then come back again. So now right series is used. I think today's class is making me so happy. So good that you are all following my classes, and then you are trying to understand like what exactly has to be done when some error comes or some mistake happens. So at the end, right, we are almost to the end of the class and another few seconds. So basically the main objective of today's class is like the folder structure. So because we are going to build a small simple website, so for that website you need to have this structure. Any website, if you have this structure, it would be easy for you to write the content. So all the styles where you will write,
In the CSS folder, in
right?
the
So
CSS file.
right, if you want to design any web pages, where you will design the web pages?
CSS
No,
file.
HTML. You'll write the designs in all HTML folder only. So where will you write
Functions
your
in the
logics?
JavaScript.
Yes, all the events, all the HTML events like button click, mouse move, mouse scroll, all those
JavaScript.
have to be written in JavaScript. So all the images are to be copied in images. Now only this file has to be given access to outside world. So this file will give you access to all your resources. Okay, so all lessons is like a dashboard. So let's change the name of this also. So usually in website world we give it as index.html. Okay, we give it as index.html. So from now onwards, this would be our structure of the code. Okay, yeah, that's it from my side. So I just wanted to explain all these things so that it gives you good information about
Yeah, we
the
just
building.
teacher that I'm gonna come soon.
Okay, yeah, that's it from my side. So anything you can just ping me on WhatsApp. Okay,
What is the difference between anchor tag and link tag?
so link is like within the page you want to include the content, then you make use of the link. Link is, you see here, link means it's like you are including the content of CSS inside this file. Okay, anchor tag is like iteration from one web page to another web page, that is for the user, end user. So end user, when he clicks, it goes to the next page. So here it is not for the user, it is for the developer. Okay, you want to add CSS content into this page, then you have to make use of this link. Okay,
Thank you, sir.
yeah,
Bye, sir.
thank you all. Any questions or doubts, you can just ping me on WhatsApp. Okay, thank you all.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
See you tomorrow. Okay, bye bye.